Guys!
Come on.
I have seen and experienced a lot in my life, and I'm only 20 years old. My passion for activism comes from a place of hurt, pain, and love. I grew up struggling with anxiety and fear. There was violence of all kinds around me. My family was homeless. I witnessed my mom miscarry due to domestic violence. I was 12 years old when Trayvon Martin was killed. Really ignited a fire, but I knew that I had to be a part of this fight for change. Over the past 8 years, I've attended over 100 protests from social justice, domestic violence, and sexual violence. 3 years ago, I came face to face with white supremacy in Charlottesville, Virginia. I was spit on, called and attacked. Last month, I was in Louisville, Kentucky for Breonna Taylor. I was arrested. They cuffed us to cages, and they made sure to put over 20 plus people in one jail cell. In the middle of a pandemic,
They literally have us chained to cages like animals here.
my struggles have definitely impacted my mental and emotional health, and being on the front lines definitely intensifies these mental health conditions. Dr. Phil, are there healthy coping mechanisms for people like me who have experienced trauma and depression?
Here is a video of New Paul at a protest in Minneapolis concerning the death of George Floyd. She claims that things went wrong after she and 9 other people were really just walking back to their car and police officers pulled their firearms. Let's take a look.
Guys!
Come on.
Guys!
So good. Yeah, we cut and we pulled. Whose charge is this?
Mine. Thank you.
Good. Good.
Yo.
Good.
Let's go. I dropped my charger.
They scare me.
Oh my God. Bruh. I just saw my life flash before my eyes.
What happened and what were you afraid what was going to happen?
Yeah, I'm tearing up watching that back. We were just walking down the street after a long night of protesting, and we saw the police officers at the end of the street, and we're like, oh Lord, okay, so if we come in contact with them, we're gonna let them know that we're nonviolent and we weren't partaking in any of the violence that was going on. But they didn't even give us a chance to do that, because as soon as they saw 9 black people, they immediately thought of us as threats. So they pulled their firearms out on us and they said, stop at once or we'll shoot. And at that moment, I literally saw my 19 years of living flash before my eyes, and we just ran. That's what we did. And, you know, some people ask why we ran. Honestly, being Black in America, whether we stood there or we ran, it was a chance we were going to take. And by the grace of God, I'm able to tell my story today.
Here's a video of New Paul after what she says was a peaceful protest for Breonna Taylor in Louisville, Kentucky. Let's take a quick look at this.
They have us chained to cages like animals here. Like, this is absolutely insane and so inhumane. Justice for Breonna Taylor, Black Lives Matter, and we ain't done.
She says she would love my advice on how to cope with some of her feelings of depression, feelings of anxiety. People need to realize that folks like you that are such courageous leaders are also individuals, and you've come to this with a history that makes you hypersensitive to that kind of thing, because you grew up in an environment of domestic violence, correct?
Yes. Growing up, my brothers and I grew up in a household afflicted with domestic violence, and unfortunately, I lost the only little sister I would have had due to domestic violence, because the baby quite literally was beaten out of my mother. It definitely hasn't been easy for me, but my struggles have given me the opportunity to view the world from an empathetic lens, and that's why I really do what I do.
Well, hey, it's me, and thank you so much for watching. And while I have you, do you have a story or a question for me? If so, trust me, I want to hear from you. Click on the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on. You just might end up right here on the show. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. Click that little red button below. You know you want to. What are you waiting for? Do it.